Quoting from their site, extralegal executions became so common that a San Antonio reporter observed that, quote, finding of dead bodies of Mexicans suspected for various reasons of being connected with the Troubles has reached a point where it creates little or no interest. It is only when a raid is reported or an American is killed that the ire of the people is aroused. So this quote, used in isolation by a couple of generations of scholars on the subject, doesn't mean what they think it means. They use it to demonstrate, as they've said on their website, how common extralegal executions were. Since all of this current crop of scholars simply cite one another rather than citing the original article, I have to wonder if they've ever read the whole original article. But they sure do love what that quote implies, and they all use it. The full 1915 article begins with a discussion of the panicked flight of Anglo and Mexican residents from the newish towns of San Benito and Harlingen. The report, written from Brownsville, says, but the people of Brownsville are calm despite the turmoil because the citizens of Brownsville aren't newcomers like those of San Benito and Harlingen. They're used to the clashes. They've been around a while. The piece then details the deaths of 3 Mexicans recently killed by other Mexicans in the vicinity. The piece ends with a report that Carranza soldiers are at the Progreso crossing threatening to murder any civilian, local law enforcement, or Texas Ranger that appeared on the riverbank. This report from Brownsville is about fleeing families, Mexicans killed by Mexicans, and threats against Anglos from Carrancistas. It makes no mention of extralegal executions. Your trusted scholars read that into it. See, guys, as it turns out, during the Mexican Revolution, there was an impressive array of ways a person of any color could wind up dead. But this was doubly true for Hispanic people. Carrancistas, Villistas, Porfiristas, Federales, Reyistas, Rurales, Huertistas, Maderistas, Magonistas, Zapatistas, all the Istas. People of Mexican descent suspected of disloyalty to one faction or another were killed by other people of Mexican descent. Mexicans and Tejanos suspected of committing crimes were killed by Anglos. Civilians, local law enforcement, the U.S. military, and the Texas Rangers. Anglos were killed by Mexicans and Mexican Americans. In short, it was a bloodbath. So if you lead with what you think is most compelling, what Refusing to Forget leads with on their website is a quote that has been taken out of context by academics since Professor Charles Cumberland used it in 1954. The article surrounding their favored quote does not make any mention, nor does it allude to extralegal executions.